Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to do a full face of one brand, and today's brand of focus is Hourglass Cosmetics. Hourglass Cosmetics started off as a cruelty-free luxurious brand which was founded in 2004, I believe. As of 2020, they are now fully pledged vegan makeup brand, which is so exciting, especially for all the conscious beauty out there. I personally love Hourglass Cosmetics because most of their products are very simple, yet it has a lot of impact. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. For my brows, I am going to use the Hourglass Arch Brow Sculpting Pencil. I've used this for years. This is probably my most repurchased brow product. It's very expensive. It is $60 New Zealand and it comes in 9 shades. I believe when I first purchased it, they only had 3 shades, but I'm so glad that they expanded their shade range. It comes in that triangular nib, and also it has a spoolie at the back. I do love the formula of this because it's creamy but it's a little bit waxy, and also there's something about this brow pencil that just holds my brows in place without having to use a brow gel. I think that's why I love this product. Also, it lets me fill in my brows in like 5 seconds. All I do is just fill in the gap. I usually just line the bottom of my brows because that's the area where I have less brow hairs, and then a little bit on the top. And I don't really fill in the front because what I do is I kind of just comb through the product, and then whatever I picked up from the end tail of the brow, that's what I would use and brush in the front. So then it will let you create that really nice fade from the front to the end. And I do personally like how my brow looks whenever I use this brow pencil because it makes it look so thick and defined at the same time without making it look too like blocky. Even though it's expensive, it lasts you for a long time and you really need a teeny tiny bit to fill in your brows. And I love the fact that the spoolie itself is high quality. It doesn't scratch your brows. It also grips enough product for you to be able to spread it all throughout your brows. The main product that actually sparked my interest on Hourglass Beauty is this primer right here. This is the Veil Mineral Primer, and this one has got an SPF of 15. I got the travel size, which retails for $35. The 30ml retails for $95. And once upon a time, I spent that much money twice. So this smooths pores, corrects redness, and it increases the longevity of makeup, which I truly agree, and it also has an SPF of 15. I do love the feel of this because it doesn't feel very silicone-y, and also it just gives you a nice smooth canvas to work with. Don't be afraid of a little bit of the white cast on your first application. As soon as you blend the product into your skin, it goes away, and I could tell you that it does not cause any flashbacks whenever you do flash photography. I could not tell you how much I love this product. It honestly makes your makeup last throughout the day. I could not say that it helps with the oil production, but what I noticed is that even though you have a lot of oil seeping through your makeup, it does not break apart, and it doesn't create that blotty type of thing that happens usually at the end of the day if you wore your makeup too long and it's mixed in with your oils, if that makes sense. But yeah, I do love this primer, and I do love the fact that they sell the travel size. I purchased a few of this because it's not as intense on my pocket as opposed to spending a lot of money on the full size, which is $95. It just hurts my soul. Moving on to the Vanish Seamless Finish Liquid Foundation. This is a recent purchase. I believe they came out with this foundation last year. So it comes in 32 shades, and this retails for $99. And this is a vegan foundation that has a very concentrated, rich pigment that instantly gives you a fuller coverage with just half a pump. It also provides like a second skin appearance. It is long wearing, sweat proof, waterproof, fade proof. I cannot test this if it's sweat proof or waterproof because currently it's winter here in New Zealand, so I'm not really gonna do a lot of outdoor stuff. I'm mainly just gonna do grocery shopping after this, but I could probably test the long wearing factor and the fade proof. This is what it looks like. It comes with a pump, which is amazing. So the shade that I have is Golden Tan. I basically just match my skin using the photos on the website. Oh my gosh. So it said that you just need that much. So the formula of this is a little bit liquidy. Hopefully it does not dry too fast. I'm going to try and apply this with a brush because I feel like that's just appropriate. And Golden Tan is looking a little bit peachy orange against my skin, but it's fine because I have a lot of redness, so that can correct it. It does have a weird smell, but it's not like unpleasant. So this is like a very thin layer of the foundation. I don't think it fully covered whatever I've got going on my face, but if you compare this side right here to this side, definitely it evened out a few dark spots that I have and a few redness. I could still see my skin peeking through, which I suppose is a good thing. So I'm just gonna pick up whatever is left on my hand from the swatch, and I will then use that on the other side. So this is what half a pump of foundation looks like on my skin. I don't think half a pump is enough, especially if you have a lot of dark spots, a lot of acne marks on your skin. I feel like you have to probably go up to a full pump or a pump and a little bit. So what I'm going to do is to pump that much, and I'm going to apply that. And I think the reason why they said that it's better to use a brush is because the formula dries a little bit quicker. You don't have a lot of work time, and it sets into like a powdery finish, which I feel like would be beneficial for all the oily skin girls out there. But if you have a drier skin if you have a drier skin type, I feel like this would work better if you mix it in with your moisturizer. I don't even need to set this foundation, and I'm glad that it doesn't feel heavy on the skin, because a lot of full coverage foundation do feel very heavy and like greasy on the skin, but this one doesn't. So I would say go for a full pump instead of just doing half a pump. Or they designed the packaging and the pump to just disperse half a pump. So I would say one pump is half a pump and two pumps is one full pump if you compare it to other foundations. I think is reasonable because they really thought of you not having to use a lot and kind of just build up your coverage from there, which is quite nice. That's why I do enjoy Hourglass Cosmetics, because they really think of like innovative way for their products to be functional, not only that, to have like a lot of skin benefits in the future. So that's really cool. I think they came out with this either late 2019 or early 2020. So this is the Vanish Seamless Finish Liquid Concealer. This comes in 22 shades and it retails for $60. Every time I say the prices of the products, it just hurts my soul, because I know there's a lot of people that could not afford Hourglass Cosmetics, but for those of you who can, this is $60 New Zealand. And this one is a weightless liquid concealer that gives you a full coverage airbrush finish, and it has a vegan formula. So I have the shade Beach, which is Beech. I've heard a lot of people rave about this product. So this is what Beach looks like. So it has a little bit of like a neutral undertone against my skin tone, and surprisingly enough, the packaging is a little bit deceiving because it comes in this frosted glass. So if you look at it on first glance, the concealer seems lighter, but if you actually lift up the wand, it's a little bit darker, so just keep that in mind. I did have to compare these swatches online to be able to figure out what my true shade is. I feel like I could go a little bit lighter because this one is kind of oxidizing into a more neutral pink shade, but I do love the wand. It picks up a lot of product and I find that I don't need a lot, so I'm just gonna do a few dots there. And then I am going to use the foundation brush that we used before And also I'm going to use this to prime my eyes. It has the same smell as the foundation. Oh wow, that blended out beautifully. It didn't fully cover the darkness that I have here, but I feel like the tone works great, especially if you have a dark circle, because the light pink tone to it will correct any darkness that you have. So what I'm going to do is to apply the same on the other side, and then we'll correct that. Oh, this concealer is amazing. No wonder people love it so much. Like, it doesn't sink into my fine lines. It covered what it needs to cover, and it blends beautifully. And the formula doesn't dry too quick, and you have a decent work time. I feel like if you use a brush, it's a lot better, but we'll try if we could use a little bit of the sponge just to see how it will blend. I've never had so much luck in concealers recently. The one that I always go back to is the Australis Fresh and Flawless Concealer, because that one is so good. Like, you could layer it on top and underneath the foundation or powder, and it's so good. But this one though, I feel like I found my new concealer. The only downside is it's an arm and a leg. I don't even need to set it, even the concealer, because majority of the time whenever I try new concealers, I know straight away that I have to set it. But this one, I kind of just have to pat it in and let it dry, and I'm good to go. So for powder, I have the Mineral Loose Setting Powder, but I do have the travel version because I don't want to commit into purchasing a translucent powder that costs like almost $100. So this one right here, $35 for travel size, and that's in New Zealand dollars. And if you were to buy the full size, I know it comes with a gold sifter, that's $81, and I'm not prepared to pay that much money. So we're going to settle with the translucent powder in travel size. So this one gives you an luminous finish, and it instantly blurs imperfections, and it sets the makeup, making it last throughout the day. So this is what it looks like. I feel like the travel size gives you a decent amount of product as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just quickly set my under eye. But I do find that this one has got a little bit of luminosity to it, which I feel like that's the thing that Hourglass Cosmetics really thought about, and adds a little bit of health back on the skin while doing its job by setting your makeup. So moving on, I am going to try and use this Ambient Lighting Press Powder, and this one has got 6 shades. I have the Diffuse Light, and this retails for $85. This powder right here mimics the effects of the complexion based on different lightings. So Diffuse Light has got a little bit of like a pale yellow tone to it, which is perfect for brightening the complexion. So I am going to try and apply a little bit of this on the under eye because I want my under eye to look highlighted, and also I'm going to apply that on the cheek area and a little bit on the forehead, so mainly on the center of my face where I want the highlight. I also have the Ambient Lighting palette. This first came out as a limited edition, but because a lot of people love this powder palette specifically, they just made it permanent, so you can get this one. This palette right here retails for 113 New Zealand dollars. For the price you pay, I feel like it's worth it because this one alone is already $85. So basically what this is that it's a mixture of 3 different shades. So you have dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. This is radiant light. It has a little bit of a bronzy touch to it, so you could use this one and dim light to act as your bronzer, and then incandescent light as a highlighter, and this is the most natural highlighter that I've ever encountered. I typically like to mix all 3, so I will run my brush on all 3 and apply that throughout my face to just dust, and then apply that on the high points of my face. I'm going to dip to incandescent a little bit more, specifically on this area right here, because I want the highlighter to pop. And for everyday, that's what seriously I do. I don't use this palette as much anymore as I used to, and I am going to use the Radiant Light and Dim Light as a little bit of a bronzer since I don't have a bronzer from the brand. Honestly, like, balances the whole full coverage, and I don't even feel like I'm wearing makeup. I feel like it's my skin lifted, but a lot better. For blush today, this is relatively new. Like, I picked up this, I think, last year or a couple of years ago, but I totally forgot about this because I have other blushes that I love. So this is the Ambient Lighting blush, and I have the shade Mood Exposure. So this is what it looks like, and this retails for $71, and it comes with 7 shades. This specific shade has got a soft plummy look to it. It's a soft focus multi-dimensional cheek color that stays all day. So this is what it looks like. You can't really tell because it kind of blends in, but it kind of looks a little bit more like a warm brownie blush. I think I'm going to kind of use this as a bronzer as well. Mood Exposure is what I picked up because it has a little bit of like a neutral brown undertone, which I thoroughly enjoy when it comes to blush. So it adds a nice flush of color, and again, the luminosity it gives, so it makes my skin look very healthy and plump. And I could seriously get out of the house looking like this. I added a little bit of bronzer on my lids, but I think I'm going to use this blush and just apply this on my lids. Just a little bit of transition for the next product that we're going to use. I recently purchased the glitter eyeshadow, which is called Scattered Light, and this one is in the shade Ray. I did see Jamie Page rave about Scattered Lights. I think her favorite shade is more of that golden bronzy shade, which I totally forgot what it's called, but this is what the packaging looks like. As you can see, it's very luxe, and then it comes with a stopper because it's a pressed glitter. Retails for $51, and it comes in 9 shades. I have seen Alana Davison, Mariah Leonard, and Jamie Page use this product, and honestly, it's so amazing. I picked up the shade Ray, and that's what it looks like. And oh, look how the light hits on the eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna pop that all over. Oh my god, I don't know if the light or the camera is picking it up, but holy smokes. Unfortunately, I don't have the mascara. I used to have a travel size of their latest mascara, but I chucked it out because I've used it so much and it ran out. I don't hate it, I don't love it. It's an okay mascara. I can't justify the fact of spending $40 for a mascara where I could just go to the drugstore and purchase a $10 mascara that gives the same outcome. And I also skipped on the lip product as well because $50 for a lip gloss is just not worth it. So I'm just gonna quickly apply my mascara and lip gloss, and I will share with you my thoughts on the Hourglass makeup. So here is my final makeup look using majority of Hourglass makeup products. I am seriously amazed on how all the base products work because, as you guys know, I've only tried this primer and this powders right here on different foundations, and it works fine. Like, some days it works good, some days it doesn't. I think it depends on how it reacts on the type of formula different foundations and different base products are, but altogether I feel like it's such a great outcome. Like, I do feel glowy, but it's not like over the top. I know majority of their products has got a luminous effect to it, but seriously, it's undetectable and it just looks like skin. So I have been collecting these products right here throughout the years. I did not buy them in one go because I just cannot for the life of me afford spending almost $1,000 on one brand. It's up to you if you want to spend a lot of money on this, but this is just me showcasing you the products and how it works on my oily / acne prone / sensitive skin. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates. Let me know your thoughts about the brand. I will catch you on the next video. Bye.